Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Satisfactory. As I said in the last episode, we're going to sort out some new fuel for the Jetpack, which will be much better than the regular petroleum fuel that we're using now. And we're also going to have a look at multiplying the output of machines to give us more stuff, and especially stuff that we need a lot of. There's also a few researches that I want to do. I went out between episodes and hunted for some hard drives, got a few, and they ended up giving me pretty much the same recipes that I had, none of which I was really looking for. But I have some more in storage, so we'll start looking at those, but there's a couple of things that I need to unlock first before I research those, because there are specific recipes that I am looking for. Anyway, there's a lot to do. Let's get stuck in. Right, first things first, let's hop in here. Alien technology. I want to research this one and this one. I did pick up circuit boards and computers from drop pod sites. I'll grab those out of the containers and let's go and get those two done. So that one, let's get those two done. This one here, production amplifier. Research. And that's done.
Production amplifier unlocked. Every single manufacturing and smelting building will be backwards compatible with this new technology. These buildings can now have a summer sloop embedded to increase resource output without requiring more input, at the cost of greatly increased power consumption.
Flow cycles within flow cycles make explosions into temples into explosions into temples. The spin sphere of woven windows. Each tiny body contains tinier bodies until the line layers fold into curves which folds into threads which weave the tapestry. A song of light and leaf and flower, a dance of matter clouds and...
I think they're trying to explain energy to matter conversion theory, but you do not need to understand it to do your job. I'll just mute them for you so you can continue your mission. I, however, will be taking notes. This is fascinating material.
All right, well, it seems Ada kind of understands what they're talking about. I would also like to do this one. Missing materials. Oh, I need to pick up more of those. Okay, so we'll start that research. Now, well, let Ada speak first.
Manual depot uploader unlocked. Storage dimension and pocket dimension now connected both ways and stable. Parts can now be uploaded to the storage dimension directly from the inventory. Note: the storage dimension now understands the boundaries of the pocket dimension and recognizes the distinction between matter belonging to the Pioneer's inventory and matter belonging to the Pioneer.
The window within a window within the shallows within the deep, curling around itself separately, echoes strangely.
I'm sure strange is the correct term for what this must feel like to you.
All right, well, there you go. Now I can transfer stuff from my inventory into the dimensional depot, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to be doing a lot more work with dimensional depots. I did show them in a previous video. Basically, it's remote storage, if you missed that video. And it allows you to, well, at the moment, not very much. Let me build one. It doesn't require any power. You go into it and you can put things in via a belt, drop them in, and then they will upload to your dimensional depot pocket in your inventory. And you can access that stuff from anywhere on the planet. So it would be good to have these things dotted around the map, taking in stuff that you would need to build a factory. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Let's get rid of that for a moment. Now, the most important thing. What we've unlocked, the amplification thing, is this. It's an output multiplier. I'm going to change the recipe to power shard 1. And that's going to require blue power slugs. I'm going to grab one of these and I'm going to pop it in here. Now, 4 megawatts increases to whatever it's going to increase to when we eventually get there. Well, maybe. Now, I have been storing up stuff galore because I wanted to use this little trick. When I come into this machine, I'm going to drop in 1 blue power slug. Now, the recipe is normally 1-to-1. I need to take this out quickly and see what's going on. Oh, okay. I think I didn't have it set perfectly, so let's try it again and just put 1 in and see what comes out. So 1 blue slug should give you 1 power shard. And we get 2 out. That's right. Okay, good. So we can do that. We can throw a whole bunch in and get a load. We can basically double up on our power shards. But you'll notice that the power usage now is 16 megawatts. It was 4, so 4 times the power, double the output. If you've got lots of power, no problem. Right, so this just has shards and some other stuff in it. Good. So I'm going to change the recipe. I'm going to do, I think I've got one hog thing on me, so I'll put that in. Now that is a 1-to-1, but we get 2 of those out. Okay, so the hog remains, 1 hog remain gave me 2 proteins. If I take those proteins and I drop those 2 proteins, recipe, DNA capsules, drop those 2 in there. That's 2 and 4. So from 1 hog remain, we got 4. In other words, all of these, couple of hundred maybe alien parts, I'm going to quadruple that. And we're going to get massive amounts of DNA capsules, and we're going to pop them into our sink and get lots of tickets. I got 39 at the moment. That's all pretty good. Anyway, so there we go. Quadruple your production. Now, I'm not stressed about using a bit of extra power at the moment. So what I'm going to do here, this one, I'm going to select, let's do the hog protein here. Grab a stack of hog remains, put one of these into this machine. We might have to run it once or twice. So this is going to make the alien protein out of the hog remains. And it's going to put it in here. It's going to turn that alien protein into alien capsules. So if I drop the hog remains, now I think the first one, it needs to do 1 before it actually kicks in by the looks of things. So we'll do that. And that's going to shoot this through. And these are going to double up. I'm going to land up from that stack alone with a cool 200 or so alien capsules. I'm just going to let that run. Anyway, speaking of power, we do have 3,000 megawatts available, which is good, although our maximum consumption if all the machines are working is 2,200. So we're going to struggle to carry on with the next phase of things without actually adding more power. We did add a little bit with the oil facility, but not enough. We're going to need to go bigger before we can keep on building. But there's a few other things that I need to do. One in particular is this compacted coal and this turbo fuel recipe. I'm going to get the stuff together for the compacted coal. All right, compacted coal, go for it. Okay, go Ada.
Compacted coal unlocked. It is physically smaller and more powerful, but its carbon footprint remains enormous. This fuel upgrade can be used in coal-powered generators and vehicles.
Okay, so that's the first one. The next one, we actually need to make 15 compacted coal. I think I have enough stuff on me to do that. And that is made in an assembler. I'll drop that in. I'm not going to do all the doubling up and everything on that, but I need to grab a bit of power and plug that in. And I'm going to let those go until we have the 15 we need. So the recipe is basically 25 coal, 25 sulfur, puts out 25 compacted coal. Under the quartz line, there's the Explorer. Now this is really good for exploring, literally. It is the Explorer. And once again, I've been picking up goodies around the map, if I can find them. The crystal oscillators, and I just need to get some frames. And we can hop back in the MAM, under quartz, go down and do that research. Perfect. Now we'll be able to build the Explorer. And
Explorer
that opens...
unlocked. This personnel transport vehicle facilitates rapid traversal of difficult terrain and climbs like a mountain goat that has returned from extinction.
Alright, so that's that. Let's see if I have enough stuff to build it. I actually do, and that's what it looks like. It is really, really cool. And we're going to need to go and pick up some fuel so that we can use it properly, but yes, we will do that. Alright, let's see how we're doing here. Oh, plenty. Alright, let's grab those. Back into the MAM. Back to sulfur. Grab turbo fuel. Awesome.
Turbo fuel unlocked. This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel-powered generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
Nice. Okay, so the next one is rocket fuel, which is one that we'll probably go for later on. I'm going to need containers and packaged fuel, turbo fuel for that one, and then there will be more. Anyway, so That's fine. We have turbo fuel. Now that we have turbo fuel, I think I'm going to scan a hard drive. So as far as I know, those 4 are the only ones that you need hard drives to do the research in the MAM. Now, I'm not worried about these. I'll get those hard drives later. I'm going to scan all the hard drives that I've got. Hopefully, I'll get the recipes that I want, and we can go and make more power. But I think perhaps it's time to take the new vehicle for a spin. But before we go, let's just check up. Oh, look at that. That's done. This is still busy working. And we have, a heap of these DNA capsules. That is wonderful. Let me top up. Just let those run through. I'll grab a stack of something else. We have spitter remains. Those are through. I'll change the recipe to spitter protein and throw that in. And then I'll let those run. And by the time we get back from our little jaunt, we should have a lot of DNA capsules to throw into the sink. For the Explorer, we don't really need roads. Look at that beauty. All right. I have some fuel on me, so I'll throw it in. That's what I was using for the jetpack, but that fuel, before the end of this episode, the jetpack fuel will be changing. I put it in the wrong slot. Needs to go in there. All right. Oh, listen to that baby purr. So now I'll just take a drive out. And the nice thing about this vehicle is you don't need roads, so you can just go and explore and make stuff, and you aren't attacked as far as I remember. I don't know if anything changed in 1.0, but you aren't attacked by the wildlife if you're in a vehicle. So let me go and grab an achievement quickly. There we go. You gotta hit one of those alien guys to get the achievement. I think he's upset now. Anyway, so as you can see, we can have good fun driving around, and there are roads in this map. My gosh, I'm driving like a maniac. There are natural, I suppose, animal pathways in the map that you can basically drive around the entire map. And if I stop here, pop out, if we have a look in the back, we do have a little bit of extra storage just to put those things in when your storage fills up, because you're going to take stuff with you when you go out. You never know what the requirements for the hard drives are. So this is the Explorer, and we can drive over animals, and we can come and park right next to the hatches. Let's just see what happens with these. No, they don't hurt you. And these guys don't attack you. So, it's all good. Now, I am going to be using this a heck of a lot. And if you get to a place where you need to get out, you can just break it down, go over to where you need to be, and just rebuild it. But I'm just here for the fuel right now. I'll grab a couple of stacks. Oh, I did build a sink. So that's keeping everything going right now. As you can see, all the containers are full because they're all overflowing into the sink, which is giving me lots and lots of coupons. And we're going to get so many more. Oh, it's crazy. Couple of stacks. Let me just take a few. Can always put them in the back of the Explorer, so that's good. Right, I'm going to just fly over here and go back to base. Now, one thing you must note is that if you are traveling around and you decide to break this down, if there's stuff in the inventory, it's going to land up in your inventory. So make sure it doesn't fill you up too much. Right, that's the car. It's parked and ready to head out for an adventure. But if I really want to adventure, I need better fuel for my jetpack, because right now it doesn't go very well. So let's head out to our biofactory. Right, so if you remember this old build that I still haven't changed or fixed, we have a container here with a whole bunch of solid biofuel in it. I think I might change that to get more solid biofuel and how I produce whatever I'm going to do next. But I have built a platform out in this direction, and I've put a water pump out over here, just a single water pump. And you'll see also that I have extended what looks to be a pathway road out to the north. This actually goes all the way east to the Spire coast over there, because there's oil over there. And I was thinking of doing a turbo fuel plant over there, but it turns out there's enough resources in this area that I can build a pretty good turbo fuel plant that produces around 16,000 megawatts of power, which would be more than enough for the mid-game at least, because we are at the beginning of the mid-game. So yeah, this path will also dictate where the train lines run. I will be bringing train lines. I thought a nice coastal train route, so I can bring stuff down from that factory, bring it into this line, take it down to where we are going to be using it, bring stuff back that we're going to be making there, so like plastic for the next iteration of the space elevator parts. Ooh, MAM's finished. Instead of running all the way back, grab a MAM. Let's go see what we got. All right, electrode circuit board. What is that? Petroleum coke. That's an interesting one. Petroleum coke. And yeah, that's pretty good. This one I'm not too concerned about right now. It'll become very important later, but this one is actually not too bad. 20. I think I'm going to get that. Yeah, that's a possibility, because petroleum coke and rubber you can make from oil. Huh. Yep, let's do that one. I should actually have not accepted it, but that's fine. Okay, we're going to research another and break down the MAM, and then I can carry on doing what I was doing. So, I got a water pump. Yeah. Also, stuff from the factories over there, trains will bring it to where it needs to be. Anyway, yeah, water pump. Got a water pump. It's pumping water over this way. I have a container of solid biofuel, which I am going to bring around the corner and down this way. Now I'm going to change how this all works over here, but for the purposes of demonstration, I'm going to bring this through over this way to here. I'm then going to grab myself a refinery. I'm going to take that refinery and I'm going to put it down over here. Is that nice and centered? Make sure it's the right way around. I'm going to take this line, drag it in here. Oh, they would be on opposite sides, wouldn't they? Yeah, I'm going to have to bring it out a little bit more. So I'll bring it out to here just to give space for the pipe to dip in over the conveyor line. Throw that in there. Now, I'm not sure if I don't think I need a pump. Am I getting water up here? Yes, I am. I don't need a lot of water, so it's fine. We'll grab a pipe. We will bring it over... out to there. Did I not lift this conveyor enough? I didn't bring it out far enough. In there, raise it up. Doesn't need to go higher, it just needs to go over. Let's see if we can change to horizontal to vertical. I'm not sure it's going to make a difference. Pop it in like that. Bring this one around. So, curve it there. I'm going to block off my stairs, that's not good. Okay, turn it that way and bring it to here, bring it to here, lift it up. Oh, that's not right. I don't suppose it matters what it looks like as long as it works. Okay, so we are getting some water. It's not a lot. I think maybe I do need a pump. No, it's opening. It's opening. Well, let's see what's going on in here. So what we want to do here is set this to liquid biofuel. So 90 solid biofuel plus water will give you 60 liquid biofuel per minute. So let's bring some power across to this, the power in there, and let's see what happens. Okay, water isn't coming in. That last little bit may have just been a bit too much. So that means the pipe goes in first. Conveyor lift in that direction. We are going to put the conveyor lift on this line, turn it that way. That is right. Good. Belt into there. Belt into there. Let's see if we're getting water now. Yes, we are getting some. It's not much, and it's very slow. Tell you what, I'm going to go put a pump in. Because I do think this is slightly more than 10 meters, or maybe it is 10 meters. So if we look at the pump Mark 1, let's just hover over it. That has a head lift of 20 meters. So, reverse it. Where's the power? Okay, it's here. And then it gives an indication of how far. So if I press H, does it give the indication? Yep. All right. Well, it's obviously it'll show it, but you press H and you can then look around and see how far, especially if you're going up very tall areas and you want to see where your next pump needs to be. So you click once and then you can adjust it by turning and click again and it goes in, and then we can grab power the pump. Now it sounds like things are happening. Oh, and it looks like things are happening. There we go. This is moving. That water will be full in no time. Now, as you can see, this one takes 2 of these if I wanted to double up this production. It's quite expensive there. I'm not sure what it's already 30 megawatts, so it would be 120 or just one shot. So I can't imagine what that's going to be. Not really keen on experimenting. Well, maybe I can. I've got to, might as well experiment while we've got some extra power. Yeah, it goes up to 120. Okay, so even if you put 2 in, it's 4 times the amount. Well, it seems that I am full. That means the next machine that needs to go in, I'm going to put slightly away. That is going to be a packager. I'll put it right in line with that output. No, I'm going to put it in line with the liquid output. Oh, that power pole's not going to be happy. I don't suppose it matters. I'm just going to put it in the middle right there. And then I'll just grab a container, put a container in so the output is on this side. I'm going to manually feed the containers into this machine. First thing we need is some pipe. I'll get a clean pipe that I paid for with my tickets. And hope there's no clipping when I do this. Mark 3 belt, just shove it in there. And I'm just going to go and get those containers that I've already made. Now, if we have a look in here, I've got some containers that I made. I didn't double up, which I was a bit silly, but that's okay. I've picked those up, so that will give us quite a nice stash. And look at all of that. My gosh, okay, I can put another stack of something in. Let's see, what have I got the most of? Probably the hatcher. Drop in some, change the recipe. Hatcher protein, pop that in there. And we'll let that carry on while we're doing the other stuff. And I can go in here and I can drop all these canisters in. That will give me a huge amount of liquid biofuel. Once this is all powered up, like that, and set the recipe. And then I'm going to need another container, which I'm not using this one anymore, so let me get rid of it. This doesn't need to be a big one. I will just put this somewhere here. I'm going to try and keep it a little bit out of the way because I need to change this setup. And belt that in. And we have a whole ton. Now, maybe what I can do here... Oh, you can't boost the output on the packaged fuel. All right, well, we know that now. So the packager doesn't allow for duplicating, which is probably fair enough. And I mean, right now, I'm getting a fair bit out of this anyway, so not too concerned. All right, now let me grab this stack over here and then go into my inventory and change the preferred fuel to packaged liquid biofuel. And then check this out. Look how far you can go with this. It is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So definitely one of the better ones for your jetpack. I don't know if I'd use it on my vehicles because I have fuel that I'm not doing anything else with. But yeah, it also burns pretty slowly, so you're not going to need a lot of it, which is why a small facility like this, mainly manually done, because I mean you've got to collect the biomatter to make the solid biofuel manually anyway. But this will give us a fair bit. And you need to carry less stacks with you when you're out exploring. But it also helps you to get to really hard to reach places. We have another hard drive done, so let's go check that one out. This one I've seen before. Yeah, it's one of the old ones. I don't want it. Scan. I'm just going to scan all of them. Alright, let's go and grab the DNA capsules because we have a heap of them, and I'm going to go and throw those into this. Oh, that's right, it'll go in here, and I'm just going to sink all of them. Now let's go and see before they hit. We're at 41. Watch this, and I don't see any more coming in. We are up to 73 just like that. Oh yeah. So yes, lots and lots of tickets. And I still have a few left over, and I will sort them out. And that's how you would get 4 times more DNA capsules, which leads to more tickets. I'm also going to do that with all the power shards once this is all finished up. All right, let's go and have a look at our researches. Logistics Mark IV, I actually do want that. So, might as well. Let's do it. Yep, I'm just going to need to run out and go and pick up some resources because I don't quite have enough. And I think maybe while I'm out there, I will set up a couple of those dimensional depots. Before I go, let's just pop my tickets in with the other tickets. I have so many. Gosh, I need to go and spend some. Alright, well, I just got here and the MAM is done, so let's build one and go and see what we got. Oh gosh, fine black powder. No pure copper. That might come in handy later. Did I bring them with me? I did. We'll scan another one. Alright, this is the steel beams. These are quite far away, so I will set this up. I did bring the belt of reanimated Sam to that edge up there next to that conveyor lift. I'm going to bring it down. I have pipes. I have some copper at the bottom as well, and I'm going to set up a little facility to make the Sam fluctuators because I'm going to need a lot of them. But let's grab a dimensional depot. We'll have the input on this side. Now, someone mentioned to me, I was going to do all sorts of fancy stuff like smart splitters and whatnot. But actually, these need to fill up first. So you'd only need one smart splitter, which I could put over here and send whatever overflow once everything beyond that is full, send that overflow to a sink. This would go through. This is secondary to what goes into the dimensional depot. So if we put a conveyor into the dimensional depot, this will fill up first, which is the most important thing. So it's uploading, it's slow, we can upgrade that. And it's only for now going to store one stack, but as we do upgrades, it'll store more. Anyway, so I'm going to go around and do that for the rest of the items. And I do need to pick up a couple of stacks of these because I'm going to need them. That's weird. I wonder what happened to my jetpack. I don't remember changing it to a parachute. I must have clicked on something wrong. Anyway, there we go. Preferred. Right, this is the steel pipes. Pop that in. That will start doing its thing. I don't need the versatile frameworks. These I'll just come and pick up as I need. Or maybe at some point I'll just get them delivered by truck over to the space elevator. Don't know yet. Still thinking about it. Oh, that looks pretty good. So if we go in here, we can see things are uploading. And I think I have everything now. There we go. That is up.
Milestone reached. The transportation of resources can reach new heights of efficiency. With the Mark IV belts and lifts, the truck, but even more importantly, your effort. Handling a large and complicated vehicle like the truck should come easy to a well-trained pioneer such as you. They are an obvious improvement over tractors concerning industrial purposes. Improvements for personal use were not measured.
Right, so the next step is industrial manufacturing. And I think I might have most of the stuff for this, but I will have it by the time the drop pod gets back. In the meantime, my inventory is looking strong. Look at that, I've even got nobelisks coming in. Awesome. Alright, we have another hard drive done. Okay, alternate diluted packaged fuel. Actually, that's pretty good. So you put heavy oil residue in and a couple of some packaged water and you get a whole bunch of fuel packaged already. That's pretty good. Let's see, what about this one? Oh, this is good. Coated iron canister. Yes, so that you don't need plastic to make the canisters. That means it makes it easier when you're far away from plastic to do that. All right, well, I'm not going to choose it now, but yeah, a couple of good ones. And we've got a couple more to scan. And I do think I have everything that I need for this. And the frames. There we go. Industrial manufacturing. Go Ada.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of Project Assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look bright.
Well, that is that. That gave us a whole bunch of stuff. We now have heavy modular frames. We also have the modular engine and adaptive control unit, which are both space elevator parts that are part of Project Assembly. So we'll get into those relatively soon. And computers. All very important items. Now, with computers, there are a whole bunch of things that you need before computers. So the computer build is going to be big because you actually also need quite a lot of computers going forward. Computers are in a whole bunch of things. But the manufacturer, that is a big guy. It has up to 4 inputs, and it is just a huge machine. It is massive, and it has a whole bunch of recipes, like the SAM fluctuator. So we will start getting into this. Right now, I think the power is going to be the most important, because as you can, let's choose one of these guys. Let's just say heavy modular frames. This machine uses 55 megawatts. And if you want to do output multiplier, it would be 4 of the Summers loops. Yeah, it's quite expensive. There will be a lot of power required, because also all the items that go into these recipes are not exactly cheap to put together. So yeah, there is the manufacturer. It is impressive, to say the least. Right, do we have another hard drive? I think it's possible. Yep. What have we got? Caterium circuit board. Oh, that's not too bad. And the alternate automated wiring. Nah, not really interested in that. This is interesting. It's a possibility, because it does make quite a few, and we are going to need a lot of circuit boards, because those are one of the major components in computers, obviously. Alright, but I'm still not getting anywhere close to the recipes that I want. So let's keep going, and between episodes I'm going to use my car. I'll go exploring, probably go in the direction of the Dune Desert, because there are a whole bunch of hard drives out there that need to be grabbed. So if we have a look at the map, I have been all the way out to the Spire coast, and there are oil nodes over here. There's a few good ones. And I've also been down to the grass fields down in this area. I've got a flippin' box sitting here. I don't know why, but yeah, I'll figure it out. There are 2 places you need to be extremely careful looking for hard drives. There's a hard drive up over here, and then there's another one. I think it's around this area. This hill here, maybe. It's a big chunk of rock sticking out of the ground. But the hard drives are on top of them, and they are not easy. They are protected by nuclear hogs, and there's uranium around. The nuclear hogs shoot rocks at you, so it makes it a bit challenging, but very, very difficult to get. Although the uranium that's on the ground doesn't kill you very quickly. It knocks your health down a bit, but not too serious. Alright, that looks like another hard drive. Let's go and have a look. Man, don't really want either of those. Although, yeah, no, produced in a refinery, maybe later. I am going to need some of it, quite a bit. But I have an idea where I'm going to build this facility for the heavy modular frames. That might come in useful. So I believe now someone in the comments said that you can't actually scroll. So you can only have this library with 9 recipes researched. I wouldn't be able to tell you because I have no more hard drives left. But it would be nice if we could have a little bit more stored in our pocket. So right now we have 1 stack. Each item allows 1 stack to be stored. And I'm still uploading stuff. It is slow, but I mean, I have stuff on me, and doesn't need to be much. It doesn't need to be mega fast. But if you go into the research, you can upgrade the speed, so you can give it an extra 50% boost, or you can increase the stack size. Now, I'd rather have more stuff available to me than have it upload fast, because I mean, things will upload when I'm not using them, so why not? Although I am running a little short on the Mercer-spheres, so got to be a bit careful. It's fine. Let's do this one. This will kick a whole lot of stuff into action, because now
Dimensional expansion
there we go.
increased to 200%. Refining manipulation of SAM allows us to now deconstruct non-living matter down to its atomic components in one dimension, and store it in basic bound states in another.
We do not resonate with the tribute song. Do not worship at the window. Desecrate our temple gifts. This shallow serenade is sour insult.
My intention was not to encroach, if that is what upsets you, nor was it to dispose of material I do not waste.
Interesting. The voice and Ada are arguing. All right, well, I've got lots of tickets. Let's go and spend some. All right, what's good? All of this is already done. These aren't available yet because I haven't done researches on them. Just for reference, these Mark II and Mark III wall power outlets are linked to the research in the MAM for the power poles. All right, organization. We could get a few of these. I mean, these aren't really important yet. Customizer. Yeah, coated concrete's quite nice. Yeah, I might even start looking at these. Let's go and get the more important things first. We'll get the rest of the foundations and walls and stuff. Add that, add that, add that, add that. Let's see. Conveyor walls. Yep. Windowed walls. More wall bundles. Tilted walls. Yeah, may as well add the gate. What are we on now? 49 out of 88. So much more. I'm not going to get industrial walkways in this playthrough. I really don't think I'm going to be using them. I'll get the roofs. Concrete, I'm not going to go with metal. That's not important. I'll get the frame sets. These are a heck of expensive. 10. But they are quite nice. Well, let's queue it. Maybe we'll take it, maybe not. Add that and this. And what are we on now? 76. And we've got pretty much, well, most of the stuff that I wanted. I'll go back to the customizer. Let's see what this carbon steel finish looks like. No, I'm not going to get any of those. All right, let's just get what we got. We have a whole bunch of new stuff in here. So foundations, lots of new goodies. I need to change those to all concrete. So these are all in concrete. The walls, change that to concrete. It's just going to be concrete everywhere. It's going to be a challenge to make it look good. Otherwise it's going to look very bland. So there'll be lots of detail features. And concrete, architecture, we've got all this new stuff. Let's just pop in under customizer. We have other wall materials. I might use the steel wall just to break things up a bit. I have 12 tickets left, and I also have these. The metal roof is pretty good. The tar roof is good. Glass roof is really good because it does get very dark. So I'll grab that one. Might as well get the steel wall. So that's already 10. Huh, it's fine. We're going to get lots more. Oh, good. I got some more stuff. Right, these. Oh, these are pretty cool. Look at that, a chain link fence. Ah. Oh, that's very nice. Very, very nice. Lots of goodies that we can do. And we've doubled the amount of stuff we can have in our dimensional depots. Now, these upgrades get very, very expensive. Like the next one, I need 13 Mercer-spheres. It's going to be pretty tough. And then the next one needs 23 more. But right now, I only have one more Mercer-sphere left, so I'm not going to be building any more dimensional depots. I've got quite a few. I'm going to go check up on our biofuel production. It looks like I ran out of containers to store all the liquid biofuel. There's still quite a lot here. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of automation of the canisters. And let's double that production just for kicks. Because then I can just drop some... Need a container to grab the plastic. All right, so a little container to drop some plastic in. I'll drop some plastic off. And the plastic will go in here. It will make the empty canisters much faster than it needs to. They will come into a container, get stored if they're not being used. Come through here. They will be making the packaged fuel. And then that comes in here. And we have a whole lot. Wow. This is probably more than we'll use in the whole game, but cool. Actually, what I may do, I'll take a stack and then just upload it because in case something happens, it will be there. Okay, so that's pretty cool. A lot of bits and pieces done today, but very important that you can basically quadruple the amount of DNA capsules that you get, and you can double the amount of power shards that you get. So that's pretty nice. And obviously that means getting more tickets. And we just keep collecting. Alright, so we've pulled 99 power shards from those few power slugs that we had, which is also nice. So that was doubled. And I'm also going to double my biomass by putting the grass and Well, actually, I could quadruple it because it gets made into biomass first from the grass and the wood. And then I can double it again to go into solid biofuel. So I'll never run out of biofuel. I probably don't need to do that, but the option is there if I want to. Anyway, we did cover a lot of ground. Even though we didn't really build anything today, we covered a lot of ground, and I have dimensional depots all over the place. I don't have any here. This stuff I'll just refill when I come back to base, but it's not really important. This is all the basic material that I've got in this store, and I still really want to make this place look better. I've got to rip all of this out and redo because there is a bit of belt spaghetti going on because I've doubled up on containers, which wasn't necessary. So yeah, I'll get all that sorted out, put some lights and make this place look a lot better. I've already, from the outside, I've put extra concrete on the outside, on the rim, as you can see, just to give it that stronger feeling. And that will then tie into my plan for how this building will eventually look. And now that I have most of the parts that I want from the awesome shop, getting pretty close to being ready. But right now, actually more focused on getting through the game. So completing phase 3 is next. So if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if these tips have helped you. Thanks very much to the people who commented. There's been some great tips in the comments. I really appreciate that. And there's a lot more to come. So thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.